You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Hebert, Doug, Noah, Ryan, and Ben.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Hebert.
I'm Doug.
Ryan.
Noah. Ben. And we welcome you to episode 169 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Hey.
Hey.
We're also on Beyond Pod, Stitcher, and Player.fm. If you search Wrestling News Source Podcast, you will find us.
There you go.
On Stitcher, we are at, the main site is at WNS Source. We are at WNS Podcast. You can find Daniel at WNS_. Daniel, Tyler at Tyler _.
Yeah.
The Dundee Ben is WNS Source _Ben.
Yeah.
Noah, Ryan, where can we find y'all?
Noah at MF Butthole.
No, that's not my Facebook.
That's your Twitter handle. At MF Butthole.
That is not my Twitter handle.
At MF Butthole. You can find it. That's the one we made for you.
I really hope you're joking.
Look it up. Look it up.
Look it up. Find out.
Google it.
Ryan, I think, what is it? At King Scorpio 11?
Something
like that.
21.
Something like that.
Yeah, I want to say 21.
It's on there somewhere. So welcome to the show. Got a huge show, obviously. We are completely packed in here in the studio. 8 people. Like 3, 2. Yeah, we're packed. Lots of people. So welcome to the show. Got a lot to talk about. Got your feedback. Going to talk about Raw. Going to give you our WrestleMania predictions. Going to talk about Total Divas. Got some hot topics. Got some Q&A and general banter. What's up, Tyler?
I was going to say, and Gail Kim. Why would Noah say Gail Kim?
Why would Gail Kim be
I don't know.
here?
But first,
how you doing?
No. But first, we have the man in the studio
The director
right now.
himself.
Step on up, Ben.
Welcome, Ben. Welcome to the show. Traveled so far just to get here. Welcome to the show. We're certainly glad you can make it.
Well, thank you for having me. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here. I mean, just to see you guys, you know, what you do.
Live in action.
I mean, no, honestly, from my heart, the amount of work you put in, I mean, just with the T-shirts, I mean, people know who you are, and that's what I've always wanted from a podcast. I've wanted a podcast that people know about. We've had podcasts in the past, and, you know, I'll give them their credit. You know, the people have worked hard, but not as hard as you.
Woo!
I'm honored to be here.
Well, we certainly appreciate you coming up, and it's really cool having you here. I'm glad you got to spend some time with us before we get ready to go to New Orleans for WrestleMania. The time has finally come. You guys are already off work. I'll be off work.
Yes.
By the time the show gets let out, hopefully. So it's exciting times. Really pumped up. Doug, how you doing? You doing all right today?
Oh, man, I'm all right.
Yeah?
You know, just kicking it.
Enjoying a day off or two?
Yeah, just trying to get shit done. Get ready to leave.
Very good stuff. So yeah, like we said, welcome to the show. Going to be a big show. We're going to dive into your feedback. First bit of feedback that we've got is coming from Christine saying, great pod as always. I stuck through it for the full 2 hours with no regrets. Safe travels and have a blast. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We certainly appreciate that.
Thank you.
Next one's coming to us from Gary saying, I would love to be able to call and break down a Raw with you guys. Have you guys ever thought about that? If so, I will be at the April 21st Raw in Baltimore and would love to call in.
Well, we don't really do call-ins. It's difficult for our setup.
Timing is very off.
Yeah, and occasionally we do like the special show on special occasions. Like, of course we want to have Ben in when he's in town. But I don't know. I think we find like that mostly our chemistry, like as like a 3-man team. I think like anything over that is probably maybe like excess. It would be like too much.
So this episode is definitely going to be an overkill.
Yeah. But I mean, but it's the kind of overkill we want. You know?
Yeah. It's we're surrounded by friends and we get along really well. So it's it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you for the offer. We do appreciate it. But it's kind of one of those things we've kind of found our formula, and anything outside of the norm would just kind of feel weird.
Right.
But what we do appreciate it. Next one's coming to us from Occam, aka Occam City.
AKM.
AKM.
You told me that.
Yeah, Occam City. saying, great show, guys. I agree with you about the Total Divas becoming a vehicle for the Divas feuds. They are a lot better. They're a lot better off pulling off their characters on the show than they are on live TV. With that, I don't see AJ sticking around much longer. She'll probably drop the belt to the performer formerly known as Slick Rick, a.k.a. Trinity Naomi, at Mania. The Authority promo on Raw was amazing. It was one of the few promos where I felt they completely stayed in character the entire way through their promo. I also thought it was kind of goofy the way they laid out the Raw with the vignette in the middle of the Authority promo and the Cena promo after the Wyatt interaction, and with Triple H saying he sent Bryan to New Orleans early and not too long after they are advertising Bryan at the press conference. Also, I love the nickname. So glad that you liked it. Cause
Yeah, we gave it to you before that we knew that. Daniel tried to tell me it was just AKM, and I was like, no, that's obviously wrong. And then you told him it was right, so sorry, but I'm glad you like the nickname.
Yeah, because it stuck with you anyway, so not much you can do.
You don't get a choice, but we're glad you like it.
Arkham City. So yeah, really good stuff. Next one's coming to us from Jared saying, I made it all the way through. Long but good show. So thank you very much. Next one's coming to us from YouTube from Daniel, not me, but someone else, saying, I heart Doug. Oh, that's so sweet.
I heart you too, Daniel.
So,
I heart you too.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I also love the Total Diva segment of the podcast. Keep it up. So thank you for listening.
And if you think you're going to like that, we're full force on Total Divas for this episode.
Yeah, we got a lot of people who watched it this week. So lots of good stuff. Next one coming to us from Static Ben saying, love the show this week, guys. Very entertaining and went very quickly for the length that it actually was. I marked hard for the synchronized sign-off, and I'm greatly enjoying hearing your opinions about the shows. No offense, but I like that you guys didn't ramble on too much. I like to hear what you think, but it can get annoying when one point is brought up and stretched out over a long time, like the crowd trying to get themselves over debate that you went in detail over for a while. Pat yourselves on the back, as this was an epic edition. So sometimes we do ramble quite a bit.
That's a fair criticism. We're rambly.
We do ramble.
We know.
It's okay.
It's not changing.
That's how we do it.
We understand.
It's not going to change at all, but
it's what we do.
But we do appreciate that. Last bit of feedback we have is coming from Sundo Wave from YouTube. Sundo Wave. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, go with it.
It's on YouTube. Go and check it out. Since the WWE still didn't fire Punk, at least what we've heard, my theory is this: he's going to be back at the Royal Rumble, or he's going to be back at the Battle Royal in WrestleMania and win it, the first Andre the Giant award, and will maybe have a good storyline after that for him. Let's be honest, WWE hasn't been the same since he left. It's like really raw and uncool for me, not considering the Shield part. Those guys are really great. So thank you very much for the feedback. I certainly do appreciate it. So
I don't see any chance of that.
No.
I give it like a 0.
Yeah, I think Punk
I mean, thanks for weighing in. I just don't think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I think Punk's just gone, and that's, the sooner we all accept it, the better it'll be.
I don't think he's gone for good per se, but he's gone for a while. So.
Yeah. He's not coming back anytime shortly. Or in the near future, I guess. But but we do appreciate all the feedback. I didn't check to see if we had any reviews on iTunes, but I noticed we did not have one on Stitcher. But if you're happening to be listening to us, please subscribe to us and leave us some comments on either iTunes or Stitcher. Let us know what you think of the show as well. But diving on into Raw, we kick things off.
Right into Raw?
Well,
I don't know. I feel like Ben hasn't talked enough. He just put us over for a little bit.
Put him on the spot?
Yeah, he put us over a little bit, and that was super nice. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it. But he's not here just to put us over.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to say a little bit about your trip or anything?
Tell us some of the fun events that you've had.
Well, not just that.
Okay.
Your experience.
Whoa.
I wasn't
okay
coming at you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Don't tase me.
I don't know. Talk about your trip a little bit. I mean, how was the flight? What? I don't know.
Miserable.
Impressions of shithole Texas. How'd it go, man?
Well, I'll talk first about meeting you guys because I only know you guys through the podcast, and you give off an image. Each of you've got your own image, and you're pretty much what I thought, but in a good way.
No, okay, good.
But when I arrived, you all had this image of me.
It's a complete letdown.
And it was a complete letdown. I'm not Wade Barrett.
You're not!
As you can probably tell.
Ben Karen!
I don't know who come up with that. I guess it was Danny.
It was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not Wade Barrett. I don't know. I've been called elegant. Tyler called me elegant.
Yes.
I've been called elegant in my life, and if Lee is listening now, he will take the piss.
He's not.
Me completely.
He's not gonna listen.
Oh, he will. He promised it.
Oh, okay. Oh, he'll listen to this one.
Yeah, that's why I'm nervous.
Oh, see, screw him.
And also Christy will probably be listening, and of course, I know as much as the website is 50-50, is a 50-50 partnership, she also she knows how much work you put in. And she knows that you're a professional setup, and she loves you guys just as much as I do. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to ask me anything, the fans might want to know, then go ahead and ask.
Doug, do you have anything? You're sort of the impromptu interviewer kind of guy. Sometimes. I mean, you're pretty good at coming up with stuff.
I don't know. Do you want to speak? I know, like, we never ever talked to you about just like where you came from, like as far as like wanting to do a site or anything like that. Do you want to talk like back about the site?
Give us the history of
Yeah,
WNS.
talk about it a little bit.
How did it evolve? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
What gives you the right?
And stop putting us over. Like you don't need to.
Well, the site come about 8 years ago now. Basically, the backstory is I met Christy and we set up a site called wrestling-radio.com. We promoted at the time lots of different radio shows. We had guys like Sandman, lots of old ECW guys. They were doing lots of shows on Blog Talk, and we were promoting them. We weren't actually a station, but we helped get their shows out there. But then the emphasis changed. We wanted to have a lot more news, so we had to change our domain to WNS. But I always wanted to keep the audio aspects. I wanted the podcast, and we had many, as I've said before. And I put out the advert, and I think Danny got in contact with me first. And
Right timing, I guess.
the rest is history. I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. It's exactly what I was looking for.
Hear that, Doug? He's putting us over again.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I can't help it.
So, so WNS is your baby, where, it's, especially over the last year, it went from, say, 30,000 likes to over 400,000. There was just this huge boom all of a sudden. Where's WNS going from here? What's the next plan?
Well,
what's going on?
We've always been big on social media. I mean, when we go back to the original site, we was big on MySpace, and we utilised that. I mean, going forward as even a company like WWE knows TNA, social media is so important going forward. It reaches people all over the world, and it's quick, it's easy. I mean, you get all your feedback by it. You know the power of social media. So the future is using those platforms and utilising them to the best of our ability. I mean, we make we don't lie. We don't make lots of money off the site, but what we do make, we reinvest, and we use word of mouth, we use the podcast, we use videos, we use everything we can to get bigger, and I think that's shown in the last couple of years at least.
Definitely, and especially now that you're getting reached out to by the WWE. They're actually wanting to send you stuff and review it and all kinds of stuff, and that that's really cool. And you've been nice enough to actually pass that along to us, so I guess we can break the news on that. That WWE has been kind enough to send us the Sounds of the WWE DVD, and we'll give a review for that a little bit later on in the show. So it's really cool to have it's one thing to reach out to them and they'd be like, yeah, we'll give you a shot, but for them to reach out to you just shows how big the site's really gotten over the last few years. So thanks for giving us a chance. First off,
Yeah, thank you.
We didn't expect it to be anything more than just a couple of guys sitting around talking wrestling, and through the site it's definitely grown. So it's really cool, and we've gotten to meet and talk to a lot of cool people because of it, and so I'd like to take the time to say thank you for that. So really cool.
Well, thank you all again.
So yeah, I mean, anything else you'd like to say to your adoring public that
I'll just pick up on what you said about the WWE. I mean, we're going to be reviewing soon one of the DVDs they sent us.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a good partnership that we've got going now. Hopefully, going forward, we'll get sent a lot more DVDs to review. Yeah, and hopefully we'll pick up on that later.
Very cool stuff. So yeah, so thanks for that. And is it okay to dive in Raw now, or is there anything else we need to cover, Doug? I'm just kind of
Say please.
please.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, let's kick off Raw, the go-home show for WrestleMania. We kick things off with The Undertaker coming out. He gets interrupted by Brock Lesnar. It looks like at first Lesnar doesn't want to, fight. He's very hesitant going back and forth, but then he finally gets his hands on The Undertaker, delivering an F5. So I felt, for the go-home show, it could have been a little bit bigger. They could have done a little bit more, but you also want to, not hurt The Undertaker too much.
I guess it was good to get Lesnar to get his hands on Taker because Taker's been
getting his hands on him just about
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, and it's finally time for that to happen, especially since it's the go home Raw. So I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on this whole build up for Undertaker Lesnar? I feel like it's been very lackluster.
It has been. I mean, the streak is on the line again, but then again, it's the streak. So no matter who's gonna be fighting Undertaker, it's gonna be a good match, and it's Brock Lesnar. So I'm sure, I guess the words or whatever match they're gonna put on, guys, talk more than the build up. I guess you'll say. You know what I'm saying?
But has the build up been big in this matchup?
First week, I think it was.
Yeah.
But after that, kind of dwindled down because Taker's been getting the best of him every chance he got. Outsmart him. But I think it'll be like how Triple H beat him he could win the match, but he'll take a beating like he probably won't be stretched. Yeah, be stretched out or something like that.
Right. Okay. So I don't know. How about you, Doug?
Well, as far not to belabor the point I've been making, and they kind of turned it around this week, kind of because they had to, they had to let Brock get his hands on Taker this week, just because it'd be absurd if he didn't at this point.
Right.
I still think they've told the story the opposite way. It was where Taker has been dominant, and I think to get any heat in a match like this, to garner any real interest in the matches, you have to make it seem as though the streak is in doubt. And I don't think they accomplished that. And, specifically this week, I really didn't like Taker's never been a great promo. He's not he's not awful, but he's never been a great promo. But I specifically don't like when he does things I don't want Taker mentioning real human-esque things like taxes in his promo. I don't need pictures in my head of Undertaker having to do taxes.
Just sitting down at the table, sitting under a lamp.
So that really takes you out of character-wise, that just doesn't mesh with what he is, right? And
Right.
That took me out of it because I kept on talking about taxes afterwards.
Right. I mean, even I didn't even like the contract. They get a pass on the contract signing because he didn't sign it. He just stabbed him in the hand, which was fine. But if they had just done a contract signing, that's another thing. You don't want to think Undertaker as the guy who has to sign contracts for a match. He's just I want to fight you, and then it happens.
Yeah.
You got to keep Taker.
Who does sign those contracts?
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's going to be a great match. I'm sure that they have that in them. But the build has been not the story that I think they should have told.
Yeah.
And
you could tell Michael Cole and JBL and King were trying to play up, is the streak in danger and all that.
Too little, too late.
It definitely was.
Because you can't say those types of things whenever Taker is manhandling Brock for 2 weeks consecutively.
Right. And it's just
Eat, sleep, and conquer the streak. Or eat, sleep, or eat Jimmy John's. One of those.
Jimmy John's. Yeah, okay. So,
I eat Jimmy John's.
What do you think, Ben?
I think it was about time Brock Lesnar got his hands on Taker. But I'd agree with Doug. The build, it's been nothing like in past years. It's been slow. At times, you don't feel the streaks in any kind of jeopardy. I think it'll be a good match though. But yeah, the build, it's not been like past years.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a very odd one, especially since Undertaker's a part-time guy, Lesnar's a part-time guy. They're not always there the same week to help build it. So, you got Paul Heyman doing so much work, and it's just it just fell flat. But that takes us into the first matchup. Alberto Del Rio going up against Big E. Surprising ending to this one with Alberto getting the win. You've seen this matchup a few times over the past number of weeks or months, but Big E falling to Del Rio on this one. See, indeed. What about?
Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with the match. I thought it was rather good, but I don't know what this accomplishes. Like Del Rio's has not even no momentum. He has like a negative momentum at this point, so I don't know what giving him a win of this.
Do you think that they were trying to like, I don't know, if they were trying to make him look just a little bit strong going into the Battle Royal?
One win,
But I don't know if that
on a
doesn't mean
mountain
really
of
anything.
like nothingness for
Yeah.
Why pick the week before? See, I think this one win does nothing to establish any kind of credibility for Del Rio. Mm-hmm. But I think it almost does a disservice to Big E. Not that they've kept Big E super strong, but I think it hurts him more than it helps Del Rio. And I don't know why they needed that finish in this match. The match was fine, but what's the point of... He has no momentum, so why...
Well, do you think that they might carry it over to after WrestleMania to maybe have Big E face Del Rio for the Intercontinental title?
People's attention span doesn't work that way. If you're gonna you start something after Mania, you don't start something before Mania and hope for it to carry through.
Yeah. So
I mean, in my opinion,
I don't know. What about you guys, Ryan, Ben? Noah.
I kind of feel I feel the same way I guess all y'all do. I mean, it was just out the blue a win. I thought Big E was going to win. Another.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a good match. It was
yeah.
just it was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, and to go over the Intercontinental champ like that, it's like the week before WrestleMania, you're thinking that they have Big E looking big, being one of the top big guys in the match and all. I don't know, this out the blue win.
Yeah, so very very strange booking on that one, but like Doug said, it was a very good matchup. Next, we got to see Bray Wyatt promo telling John Cena the people are going to be crying for you. We're going to expose you for who you are. They're going to see you the way we see you, and that is as a monster. So, really good. Bray is one of the few guys who can deliver on a mic, but it kind of goes back to what is he really saying? This the monster thing, the legacy thing. I'm kind of confused by it, but I know Cena's trying to do this whole. The future starts with me. If you want to be the future of this company, you have to get past me. But what's the monster? What is just more stuff just to be said?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it kind of makes sense if you think about it. That he embodies something they're against, but they don't get super. Their whole gimmick since they've debuted has been super vague, though. I mean,
yeah.
They've done a lot of really cool talking that if you think about too hard doesn't really hold together or make much sense. But I mean, they hint at the higher meaning that they haven't really. And I suppose they have time to eventually get at that, but I mean, they haven't given us a real glimpse of what their higher cause really is.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
just sit back and enjoy it, basically.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to not. I'm just, I don't know.
It seems like it's the same storyline like they did with Kane versus John Cena when
embrace the hate.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a little bit from that, I guess, perspective. But I kind of got that, trying to turn John Cena into something that that he hates or whatever, and they trying to go down that path.
Expose you.
Yeah.
Where'd you get a haircut?
Yes, I did.
Looks good, bro.
Thank you.
Good, looks good.
Styling.
No more afro.
I like the fro though, man. I like the fro.
Yeah, but it's summertime around here.
Yeah,
Or being close to
yeah.
it, so I had to chop it off.
I understand.
So next up, we got to see Summer Rae going up against Natalya, something that played off of Total Divas from this past week.
The slap heard around the world.
The slap heard around the world that apparently sent the viewing ratings skyrocketing sky high. So
That's the second time they've done storyline wise off of Total Divas because they played the real or Daniel Bryan and Brie. Right in my face. They played that off, and Daniel Bryan's storyline with Randy Orton, but now they're doing Summer Rae and Natalya. Is it? I don't know. I just feel weird about them doing that. I don't know, but that's the only thing I guess they got going on is the stuff with Total Divas.
yeah.
So I don't.
But another kind of surprising turn of events. Summer Rae ends up getting the victory on this. What did you guys think about the matchup?
It's fine. I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. Well, next up, we got to see a Triple H and Stephanie McMahon promo. Came out to the middle of the ring talking about how they were going to put an end to the Yes movement at WrestleMania. And we got a very, very good video package about Triple H, being the game, destroying those who had a following. And, after that, after
Or
they
the
lost.
people that left.
Yeah, mostly. Just people who had left and gone over to. Yeah, Booker T was the only one who came back. So,
But they didn't.
RVD.
Oh yeah.
RVD. But they didn't show anything with CM Punk.
No. But yeah, so basically they're trying to say anyone who's just been a fad faced the game and the game conquered or whatever. And then that brought out Randy Orton and Batista, and they had their little moment or whatever. But the the shining moment was Stephanie being the heel, Triple H, the promo, just really well done. I really enjoyed it. How about you guys?
I thought the video package was like an exceptional touch because all those people they basically just let the fans like buy into exactly what they want to buy into about Triple H, which is that he buried all those guys.
Yeah.
And they didn't get over to the extent that they should have because of him. So they just played like right into fan perception of him, which I think is like we've been talking about that a lot lately, but I mean I think they're getting better at it. It's like almost like seamless into how they like just weave it into the show now to where you don't even notice. You're just like, oh yeah, that bastard, but you're like, oh, I got you.
Triple H, you bastard! How could you?
Right. No, I liked it. I mean,
yeah, it was really good stuff, and I felt the Randy Orton and Batista confrontation was just kind of misplaced. I don't know. It was just odd to me.
I don't know. It seemed like Batista, like the crowd wasn't hating Batista. I mean, he was. We kind of talked about it, but I didn't realize till after the fact that they were in Washington, so his hometown. But there was not a lot of heat for these guys, even with Triple H around. Mm-hmm. It makes you think like, and I know we're kind of accused of being like Daniel Bryan fanboys, and like to a certain extent, we kind of admit to being Daniel Bryan fanboys.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you think about if you take like Bryan out of this card, like how kind of almost disastrous Mania looks. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It doesn't look like a crazy good card now, but if you take Bryan out, it looks like a
even worse. It looks
Like,
disastrous.
yeah, it looks. I don't know. And it looks like even if Punk would have been here, the card would have looked even worse.
Yeah.
Because they had Bryan slotted against Sheamus supposedly, and then Punk for Trips, which seems because the only thing that has any real heat, it feels like, is Bryan and Triple H.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And people are still doing the stuff with like Batista and Randy Orton. Like if they make a good point, they're cheer for it or whatever. If they're like, I know they were in DC, but like if Batista says something that was true about Orton or whatever, like yeah, they'll cheer for that. But
yeah. And I did like the little touch that Stephanie did was like, come on everyone, let's do the yes movement. Wow, Triple H, you were right. Anyone can get that thing going. So just a nice little touch for that. But
I don't know. She's like the top hill almost. I almost put her above Trips.
I would too. She's done a great job.
Got a
since
point.
She came back into the limelight. Like she's done a really good job. And it's not oh my god, I hate you so much. It's like I'm loving to hate you in this, just because how well she's doing.
No, I think it's like real. It's like it's more of that. This is what we we presume about you. And they're just giving them what they want to think about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, really good stuff.
I feel like I'm pushing you away.
Get on up there.
Look, buddies, all right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, how about you, Ben? What did you think about the Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, the Authority?
I mean, the video package, I mean, it was unusual for that talent that had basically been buried by Triple H. I did find it a bit unusual they put Booker T in.
Yeah.
Maybe because of his relationship with the company now. You wouldn't think to put him in, but they did. And yeah, Stephanie, I mean, she plays that bitch well. She plays that.
That bitch.
Yeah, well.
It's so elegant when you say it.
The elegant bitch.
Say it again.
Bitch.
Oh man. So yeah, Ryan, how about you? What were your thoughts on the Authority? And then we'll get Noah's opinion.
All right. I thought it was
He's
good.
been so silent.
Stephanie has been doing a good job. There's no doubt about that. Triple H, He's always got that heel personality, but I guess Stephanie turned it on, these past couple of weeks, leading up to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Been real good.
The one bad thing I had about Stephanie was her commentary during the main event. That was a little too hokey, where she was like, "Oh wow, look at that!
Yeah.
Wow, they're right there.
Yeah.
I've never seen action so close." That was a little hokey for me, but this segment she did a really good job. But after that, we got the next matchup: the Usos and the Los Matadores going up against Real Americans and Ryback. And Los Matadores doing a little switch on it.
Yeah.
On them.
And almost twin magic.
Yeah, almost twin magic-esque. So not too bad. What did you guys think about the matchup?
I thought it was good. I mean, I guess I'm ready to see the actual match at WrestleMania. But I think it's a okay build for the tag team division. One of them team wasn't in it though, right? Like, was that all the teams?
That's all 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I'm kind of bummed that got bumped to pre-show though.
Yeah.
Like, at least let them have the regular card at least. But what can you do? How about you, Doug? What did you think about the tag match?
I hate when babyfaces cheat to win.
Yeah. Just flat out.
Just flat out hate it.
Okay. So,
well, they did. They did the Bella shtick.
Yeah. Shtick. Yep, that twin magic. Ben, anything to add for the matchup? Not even rememberable. Okay, Tyler, anything?
Is that when I stepped out?
Yeah, I think so. So we need your expert analysis.
Yes.
Okay. Noah, how about you?
No, I didn't watch
Come on, Noah. Say.
I did not catch that.
Oh, you didn't catch that match? Oh,
Noah's going to come in during our predictions for WrestleMania.
You guys are killing our credibility right now.
Not even watching the show. God. But next up, we got to see the Rhodes brothers going up against Fandango and Damian Sandow for whatever reason. Short matchup. The Rhodes brothers ends up getting the victory. Anything to really take away from it?
No, but I don't think we. Maybe you did say something about it, but that gimmick can't be long for this world because they just took a big shit. Took the biggest shit on his gimmick. They totally buried him
on Fandango.
Yeah,
oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah. Hey, what were y'all doing last year?
Who was that guy?
whatever his name.
They're already almost looks like they're setting up to lose Summer Rae too.
Yeah,
with her getting into their own stuff.
Get
Summer Rae is going to surpass
do you think
Fandango?
Gimmick change or you think they'll just more up the intensity or lessen the goofiness or whatever?
It's going to be a special episode of Total Divas where Summer Rae breaks away from Fandango and then we never see Fandango again or something.
Well, they kind of teased that in this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
You watched it. Don't act like you didn't. You're like, oh.
I wasn't paying attention.
You front. You're
okay. Front. All right. Well, anyway, so Rhodes brothers end up getting the victory. And that takes us into the next matchup. Bray Wyatt going up against R-Truth. Bray Wyatt getting a quick victory and then attacking Xavier Woods, who was ringside. And the lights go out and, Bray's screaming, "Follow the buzzards." And they happen to notice the fans are giving a different reaction. And they happen to turn around and notice that there's an extra sheep mask standing behind them. And it's none other than John Cena. And Cena ends up attacking. And
long lost Wyatt.
Yeah, the long lost Wyatt. So getting the one up over Bray, playing the mind games with them. What did you guys think about it?
I don't know. It didn't come off right to me. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
it did have a weird feeling to it.
Yeah.
I thought it was good that how they did it, but if this would have happened maybe a week or two ago, where every week it'd been Cena's scared, he's looking over his back, or they jumping in whatever. If this would have happened a couple of weeks ago, leading up to okay, I'm scared, but at the same time I got nuts to show you, I'm gonna stand up to y'all, But
yeah, boom. Nuts, boom, nuts.
Well, to me they played it as if they didn't know who was under the mask, which I find hard to believe.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's their.
Or even if
long lost cousin, and they're like, "Oh,
Daniel Bryan, come and join us again."
Well, even
what are you doing, Jeb?
Even if they did know who, say they knew who was under the mask, I find it hard to believe they thought that they had seen under their control. Even so, I don't.
Yeah.
No matter how you kind of turn it, I kind of
don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, nothing else to add other than it was a bit weird. Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually Ben under the mask.
It was more of a visual than something to take away from. So Anyway, so Cena got the upper hand on that, and he delivered a backstage promo later on where, came out, fired up, getting all pumped up for it. But the next matchup, we got to see Naomi going up against AJ Lee in a Lumberjill match, I guess. It was just an impromptu. Naomi gets the victory over AJ Lee, so this is like the third time that Naomi's defeated AJ Lee. When's she going to get that one-on-one title match? But, what can you do? All the divas gave Naomi a pass, but anytime AJ Lee got thrown out of the ring, they, tossed
red
her
and
back
gold,
in.
red and gold.
Sure.
I'll read everything.
So anything really to take away from the match? I know Tamina got beat down for trying to protect AJ, so that's probably not going to last too much longer. But anything else to really take away from it? No?
I feel like you're racing through this. Are you racing through? Well,
I'm just ready to get to WrestleMania predictions.
I think you're
Because,
skipping over
I'm
the
racing
good
through
points, like red and gold and red and gold.
So the next matchup we got to see Kane going up against a member of the Shield as voted by you, the fans. And the fans chose by 80% margin, or was it 81 or something like that? Or no,
81, 9, and 11, wasn't it? Or 89,
89 and 11. Roman Reigns. So Kane goes up against Roman Reigns, and the match ends up in a disqualification after New Age Outlaws came out and the Shield came out to make the save, which was kind of weird seeing them come down the ramp. Like I figured they would have jumped the barricade or something, but it didn't happen. But Doug, I know you made a point about the Kane Roman Reigns match. Something about the newer guy. I can't remember exactly what you said, and I feel bad.
I don't
like I'm
remember
putting you
what
on
I
the
Yeah, I
spot.
think you were saying something about him always doing the kick on the outside, whatever. Why does he like always do it every match or something, or one of those spots that he does he shouldn't do every match or whatever?
Oh, I was just saying that he's done it so frequently that he maybe want to lay off it or use it less frequently.
It's becoming the Randy Orton DDT from the middle rope.
Well, not even
part of
that.
his- part of his thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like people are going to be less excited and less impressed if they see it every time he's out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still real limited. I mean, he's not a extraordinary worker, but he's good enough to vary it up a little bit more than that, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not shitting on the dude. I mean, he's good and he's going to be even better. But I don't know. He just needs to vary it up a bit.
Yeah. So, but all in all, it was good for what it was. Like I said, it ended in disqualification, and then New Age Outlaws made the save for Kane to avoid the triple power bomb. But after that, we got to see Piper's Pit, and he was trying to bring out a guest, and he got interrupted, and then he got interrupted again, and then he got interrupted again, and then he got interrupted again. And then a brawl broke out, which he caused by giving the fingers to the eye.
Yeah,
Was it
so,
worth flying Piper in for this?
No.
I mean,
not
what
at
was
all.
this about?
They're trying to hype up the battle royal, and
I guess if you put it that way, I can appreciate the attempt to make this a thing,
yeah,
But I don't know.
could have done better. I don't know.
It just felt like a
Do
bunch
they
of
always
talking.
they bring him in for Mania stuff?
I mean, they'll bring him in for big stuff. I know he was trying to do a Piper's Pit at WrestleMania, but I guess
They should do a Piper's Pit at one of the accesses.
that'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know.
I think they have the set up at WrestleCon.
Yeah, they
Or
could.
was that last year they did the set?
I don't know.
He's at WrestleCon. I think
Yes.
they may have it as a set.
Set
for
up a
if you
set
want-
and pay to get hit in the face with a coconut.
Yeah. So yeah, a brawl ensues. Big Show ends up tossing everyone out. It was an odd scene seeing Rey Mysterio begging, Big Show, "Oh, please don't hurt me, and then then he tries to attack the
619
Big
him.
Show. Yeah, it's what I know it's every man for himself and everything, but what are they really going at for that? Are we seeing a Rey Mysterio heel turn, or is he just trying to be?
Well, that's one of the main
Smarter.
reasons why Batista turned heel, because he kept on giving the win maybe to Rey Mysterio, maybe a storyline. I'm always giving you the win, or
Yeah.
always take it easy on you, and then all of a sudden, I know that's Batista, but between him and Show, they always almost have the same thing too.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Yeah, some type of little turn.
So, but anyways, Big Show ends up standing tall, and that takes us into the main event of Raw, where we get to see Batista going up against Randy Orton in a no disqualification match. This actually ended in a no contest, because Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were ringside for commentary, and Daniel Bryan came through the crowd and attacked Triple H and just went ballistic on him, as well as Randy Orton and Batista, delivering knees and kendo stick hits and this and that everywhere. And that really woke up the crowd. I know throughout most of the night people were talking about, man, the crowd's not really into it. They're kind of dead tonight. But this definitely woke them up. The 17,000 fans in attendance screaming yes at the end of the show.
Well, I sort of like felt they were holding, like last week they held them off, and they held them off the majority of this week's show just so I think they wanted to kind of starve the crowd of Bryan for a little bit to maybe like emphasize the reaction he would get in Mania.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
But
wanted
they
to
kind of had to show him in the go home show anyway. I mean, like, you know, but I don't know. I felt like
it was a risk having him off last week. You know, I know they were trying to sell the injury and say, oh, he's not here, but like even then he could have appeared and tried to swing a chair or something, and Triple H just happened to duck and get out of Dodge. But you know,
risk in what way? I mean, I don't see him
wise, or you know, I don't know.
I mean, I don't buy that, and I don't buy that he's a guy who's gonna like lose his following for missing a week or lose any momentum. But I mean, I feel like it's the only story with any heat. So like, I don't know. I think like, if anything, I felt like the crowd reactions have been lessening or dying a little bit, and I felt like this was like a step to try to like starve them a little bit. Like, you'll be more hungry for it when we give it to you.
Yeah, once you see them, then you'll be like, oh my god, yes. So,
I liked how,
but they ultimately had to get him on the go home show. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I liked how Daniel Bryan, when he got to Triple H, and he just threw him over the barricade, and Triple H just like flips over, like it was nothing. Like, go over there.
And what I really liked about it,
he did bump big for Bryan.
Yeah. And what I really did like about it was that, you know, you don't see Daniel Bryan, but you hear Triple H's mic just bop, 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 and they're like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? And then the camera pans, and you know Daniel Bryan's on top of Triple H and just wailing away, and then his shirt gets ripped for whatever reason, but it was really well done.
It was a weird rip. It was like almost like a circular hole in the back. Like, I don't even know how you do that, but
Orton did that. He was ripping at it. I don't know, maybe, but yeah. So that's how we closed out the show. Batista versus Orton. Was there anything really to take away from it? I mean, this was the match that was originally scheduled to be the main event for WrestleMania.
No, I mean they knew that was a mistake. I mean, they course corrected, and I mean, as long as they do right this time, I mean, I'm not in a place where I'm like hung up on like holding it against them.
Okay.
As long as I think they do what's right for the story at me.
What's best for business?
Best for business. The greater good. So yeah, really good stuff. And that's how they closed out Raw. So with that being said, it is time for our WrestleMania 30 predictions, and really excited about that. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for my first WrestleMania.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you mocking me just now?
No, I was laughing at him because he was doing funny stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a high
I was
five.
actually messing with Tyler.
Good stuff. So, yeah. So it's time to go into our WrestleMania predictions. Kicking things off with the pre-show. The Usos versus the Real Americans versus Los Matadores versus Ryback. Fatal 4-way tag team match. Playa holla holla. I guess we'll kick things off with Tyler. Who are you going to pick for this pre-show?
Usos, because they just got the belts, and I don't think they're going to lose it. Even though I really want the real un-Americans.
Real un-Americans.
Yeah, the real un-American. The real Americans.
Did you just do the Briley cross your eyes thing in the middle of your thing? You're like
That's where she gets it from.
We're going to watch the tape back and see.
Okay, that's where she gets it from. Okay, play it back. The Usos.
Usos. Okay, how about you, Ryan?
Retaining the tag titles would be the Usos.
Usos. Noah, who are you going to go with on this one? We know you've been following the storylines every single solid week. You're
an expert.
You're like, more diehard than any of us. So who are you going to pick to win this one?
I'll go with the Usos.
Usos. Okay,
Yeah.
risk taker. All right. Doug, how about you?
Well, first I'd like to say that I think this is almost a waste of the Real Americans unless you put the belts on them in this match. I would much rather have seen them team with Kane against the Shield. I think that's a better match, and I don't know, just better all around for the show. But I don't know. I guess I'll take the Usos, but I'm going to take Cesaro, given both members of Los Matadors the big swing at the same time
Okay.
in the match.
Nice. All right. How about you, Ben?
I'm going to go with the Usos. I mean, they're the next big tag team, and I think it works towards their build.
Okay. Good stuff. I'll go with the Usos as well.
We get Noah to pick the next match.
Noah's picking the next match.
Come on,
All right,
Come on,
Noah.
Noah. Pick next match.
So all of us picking Usos. Daryl, do you want to hop in here and give your predictions for who you think's gonna win? Because I know, you can just throw a name out there. I mean, it's just 6 people have chosen Usos and 0 people have picked anyone else. Here, I'll take that. We can get it on film.
The Usos.
Usos. All right, good stuff. So Noah, hop on up here and you can pick the next matchup. Here are your choices right here. Feel free to pick one. I mean, I know you're
The John Cena versus.
No. You can't just let people start picking shit all out of order.
Oh,
Let them build the card.
Well, this is
Build the car.
well.
You
We don't
said
know what
random.
the card is.
You have a better idea than that Cena and Bray is going to go in here.
Oh, we're just
No, you fucked up.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. Go. No, fine, take it.
okay. So
We're just gonna pick
Cena-
it all fucked up order.
John
because you
Cena. Well,
guys-
we have no one to thank but Noah. So John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Like I said, he's been following the storylines. He knows
all right.
how is it gonna go. So Noah, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. What do you think of the storylines and who's gonna come out on top on this one?
Storylines are very fascinating.
Very fascinating.
I've
What
been
do you
really-
like most? The in-ring action that they've been having, the promo segments,
The promo segments
the shaking
have
of
to
the
be my
hands.
favorite.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
preface anything Noah says by he's totally wrong about Walking Dead last week, and I want everyone to know that. So you can't trust a word out of this man's.
So you're saying that this whole season has been a great season?
Character building, dog. You can't just go like all shoot 'em up, bang bang the whole
Some
time.
character building, but there have been
Character
some,
progression, relationship
It's
building.
been kind of slow, I think. So I'd rather just stick with the comic book rather than watching this current season. I thought it was kind of a lag.
So what you're saying
So
is
say your other wrong opinion about the match.
So you're saying John Cena.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Cena.
Okay. How about you, Ryan?
I'll go with Bray. I think he need to win.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Does he get it clean though?
no,
Okay.
no, not clean.
All right.
Dirty.
Dirty. Yeah.
Hey, Bray. I go with him.
God. Okay, Ben, how about you? Who are you going to pick? John Cena or a Bray Bray?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt.
Bray. Okay. Doug, how about you?
Well, if there's any year that you can afford to beat John Cena at, it's this year because you've got the sending the fans home happy with Daniel Bryan. He's the bigger, more over face at this point,
Absolutely.
and he's more focused. So as long as you put Bryan over, you can afford, I think, to build Bray with a win here. So I'm going to take Bray too.
All right. Very good stuff. I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt on this one as well. Doug made the very excellent point about, Daniel Bryan being the more over of the two at the moment. So, you're going to send the fans home happy, and it gives you a great chance to build for the future as well.
Like, babyfaces conquer at WrestleMania. Bottom
Yeah.
line, babyfaces conquer.
This is
WrestleMania.
where all the
But as
bad
long-
guys get their comeuppance.
Right, but I mean, if you're going to do that with Bryan, if Bryan goes over like he should, and like I'm assuming everyone here suspects, like, then you can afford to do this with Senior.
Okay. So, yeah, a lot of people picking Bray Wyatt on this one. So, Ryan, we'll let you pick the next matchup. We have, let's see, we've got the 30-man Battle Royal. Shane.
There we go. I'll pick the 30-man battle royal.
30-man Battle Royal, over-the-top Battle Royal.
And I'm going with the biggest man there is, the Big Show.
Big Show.
Yeah.
Okay, the
But-
odds-on favorite. Very.
I mean,
Is that official? Is that official? The odds is on favorite?
Well, it's what they say on Raw and all that.
he's the biggest guy.
The
in
biggest
it.
guy. So.
So and I would love for him to see him win it.
He's the guy, but I don't know that he was officially odds on favorite.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't think there is no
check
odd
the
on favorites,
stats.
but I know he's like the biggest in there, and I go for the big man.
Big man.
Or if he don't win, I'm going for Big Show. But if he don't win, I'm saying big man wins the competition. No,
Don't forget the sleeper Great Khali. Mark Henry's going to be in
Don't
there
pick
as
on
well.
Collie. That's low hanging fruit, man.
Brad Maddox announced that he's going to be in there as well. You got Zack Ryder, Justin Gabriel, 3MB. Who else?
There's 3 spots left open though, right?
There's 3 spots remaining. Some speculation that RVD may return.
I heard even Chris Jericho maybe.
No, I heard he's staying away.
Is Collie officially in it?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I know I'm going with. So okay, so you'll be taking the Big Show.
Big Show.
Tyler, how about you?
Great Collie.
Great. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Noah, I know you've been following all the 27 announced members, so who are you gonna go with in this one?
I will go with a Big Show.
Big Show. Okay. All right. Ben, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Big Show, paying homage to Andre the Giant, big guy.
Yeah.
Inaugural Battle Royal.
Okay.
They continue it.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Doug?
I think it's down to a couple of people. I can definitely see Big Show getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
Rey
Yes.
Mysterio. He's in it.
You gonna step all over my shit, dog?
You
Okay.
already had your guess.
I'll step.
No, but Big Show makes a lot of sense. Obviously, especially with it being about Andre, I think that's a logical pick. I'm gonna take the dark horse. I'm going. They're gonna make a new dude right off the bat, and I'm gonna go with Alexander Rusev.
Oh, you think he's going to be in there? Because he's not announced yet.
They got 3 spots though.
Yeah.
I think that's where they debut him.
That'd be interesting. And, you were saying that they have a couple people that they've sort of been focusing it on. One of those guys is The Miz. And as strange as it sounds, I'm kind of leaning towards the shocker that, it comes down to him and Big Show, and he happens to get the upper hand. Like, I'm thinking Miz might actually pull this off. I don't want it to happen, but, they've put a lot of focus on him in regards to the Battle Royal. And, they're trying to distract you with Big Show. Like, this event was created for him.
I think Big Show's been too in focus of the whole thing for them to go that obvious of a route. Although it makes perfect sense if they decide to do that.
Yeah, whichever way you go, and it's a tough choice because one, you don't know the 3 remaining competitors. One could be Alexander Rusev. And, do you go with the obvious choice, the sleeper choice, or, someone just out of the blue?
Second tallest guy.
Second tallest?
Great Collie.
So
He's going to be be the tallest.
Is he the tallest? Is he
yeah,
tallest? Okay,
he's
that's
taller.
tallest. Okay.
He's taller,
He's not
but
bigger
he's not
than
the biggest guy.
Yeah.
Got to go with the guy whose knees don't bend.
Walking on stilts. But I don't know. It's a tough call for me. I'd like to go with Big Show, but I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna risk it all. I'll say Miz.
I think Sheamus is another possibility.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Rusev just because I think they're gonna throw him in there. But
If Miz ends up winning, I don't know if I'll feel good about that.
Well, all the guys they
Especially
focus
with
on,
me
I think they'd be like the final 4 or the final 5, like Miz, Big Show, Del Rio, you know what I'm saying? Maybe whoever the surprise
Miz,
entrance,
Sheamus, Big Show.
Yeah, it'll be ball down to them guys, and then it's like, oh, who's going to be? And then, oh, it's not going to be him. Oh, it's not going to be him. And then I'm sure Big Show, like I said, Big Show don't win, he might be the last guy in the ring. It's like somebody got to take him out.
And you also have the talks of, another reason why I'm like leaning kind of towards Miz is, he still has the claim that he's undefeated at WrestleMania. He's 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
So, I hate making this choice because I'd like to go with Big Show because, it is sort of the obvious choice. And if you choose against it, it's like, what are you thinking? It's so simple. But sometimes it's not. So I'm taking a risk. I'm going with Miz.
I really like Doug's idea about Rusev.
Rusev would be an
really
excellent choice as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So next matchup, we're going to throw it over to Ben. Ben, who's the next matchup? We still have the Shield versus Kane and New Age Outlaws, the Vicky Guerrero Diva Invitational, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
I'll go with the easy one. I'll go with Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar.
Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the Beast versus the Streak. Okay, so who are you going to go with on this one?
It has to be Undertaker.
Undertaker? All right, 22-0. Doug, how about you?
Taker. You don't bet against Taker at Mania.
Okay, said it 3 years and keeping it strong. I'm going to go Undertaker as well. Tyler, how about you?
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker. All right, how about you, Ryan?
The Streak.
The streak lives on. Noah, how about you?
Undertaker all the way.
But Brock Lesnar? What?
What?
I said Undertaker all the way.
Oh, Undertaker. Okay.
Didn't Noah have Triple H last year?
I think he did.
Noah meant to say Jimmy John's wins.
Noah meant to say Jimmy John's on him.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go.
They give out 5, so that means we're getting Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. All right. He's paying for Jimmy John's. Good job, Noah. Okay, Doug. What's the next matchup going to
Well,
be?
now that everybody's fucked up all the order, I'm
Divas Invitational.
gonna go with the Divas Invitational.
Divas Invitational.
Vicky Guerrero's
Vicky Guerrero.
Divas Invitational.
So, okay, this is from what we've heard, it's all the divas in the ring at one time.
14 divas, one fall,
One fall. So weird.
and it's actually like built with probably the most intrigue on the card because they've set it up for any number of like divas to
Yeah, you got the Bella twins, you got Natalia, you've got Naomi,
Cameron.
Tamina. They teased
Tamina.
Yeah, I mean,
This could go anywhere.
right.
So, first
So-
off, any chance of AJ retaining?
I don't think it's out of the question,
Yeah.
but I don't know how likely I think it is. So
Okay.
you guys convince me. Let's hear what you guys say.
Oh.
You got a 1 in 14 chance.
Yeah.
I think either AJ. I think there's a handful that are almost for sure. It's either Naomi, AJ retains, Tamina. Maybe I could see them doing Brie Bella. I think it's Brie, Naomi, AJ retains for Tamina. That's the 4 like strongest
Yeah.
stories, and I think everyone else is just there for cannon fodder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just to brawl outside of the ring.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how you necessarily work a match. I think they're just going to like explosion. Everyone powders out to the outside of the
Yeah.
ring, and they're going to take turns.
Only
like-
2 people will be in the ring
Right.
at a time.
But that's weird with the like a.
I really think they should have done it like the Cruiserweight Invitational from WrestleMania 20, where 2 people start in the ring, all the other people are outside of the ring. Once there's the pinfall or submission, another person gets into the ring, and that person is, the person who lost is eliminated. And then, you go one-on-one, 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 until you break it all down until you have that final one, and the final one faces the champion. And that's how they clash.
Yeah, but there's a lot with 14 divas, and there's
Yeah, but I mean, with like the Survivor Series, Divas match that lasted like 6 minutes, so they could easily just have finisher,
right.
until you get down to the nitty gritty. So I feel like that could have been probably the easier way to do it, but
Who are you going with to win?
see, I don't know. Like you said, it can go a number of different routes, but I don't know. I think AJ might pull it off. I'm gonna go with AJ.
I really think they won it on a total divas girl though.
Yeah,
I really think
you
they
gotta
won
have
Total Divas girl.
you gotta have the season finale or whatever.
I don't think
being
it's
a
out.
happy
I
moment,
don't think it's out of the
someone
question
getting
for AJ, but I think they won it on a total divas girl.
in.
So I think like you're looking at Brie, Naomi. I guess they tease like the dissension with Tamina, so I think she's like an outside shot too. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
and then that'll
Naomi's the girl that they wanted to do it with,
yeah
Yeah.
but she got hurt, and then so they devolved into this.
yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think this is like the hardest to call though because they have so many.
It's all the divas.
Yeah.
Well, not just the sheer like number of girls, but
Dark Horse Summer
they've
Rae.
had a number. She's eaten pinfalls from like how many girls? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, quite a few.
and then they've built they have like stories that make sense with at least like 5 divas.
yeah. So,
I don't know. Somebody says I want to hear someone's opinions before I make my call. I want someone to.
do you want to pass for now
wanna
and then come
pass.
back?
I
Okay,
wanna
we'll
pass.
move over to Ben. Now, how about you? Who you gonna go with on this one?
A great opinion on it, but it could be anybody, but I'm going to say a second go with AJ.
Okay,
I think she's going to return.
it wasn't a great opinion, but it was elegant.
Majestic.
Majestic, yes. That's a bear.
I'm gonna go with Naomi.
I thought it was a great opinion.
Someone from Total Divas who hasn't had the title yet. So, and they've been teasing her for the running number 1 contender.
Mm-hmm.
They did, right?
yeah. She got the win. And,
Yeah.
there's like, well,
And
now
she got
has
hurt.
Yeah, now
and
she had a chance. To be
so I'm
the
going with
one.
Naomi.
Okay. How about you, Ryan?
I'm going with Naomi, but I kind of agree with Doug. Like, with Tamina being like the dark horse, like when she looked like she could have a chance to win this thing. I can see her winning. But
Yeah.
everybody know. my
Wins it
wife.
with a roll up.
Yeah, everybody know I'm a Naomi fan. Trendy, I love you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Noah. I know. Wait,
Wait, I think
already
you're
know.
forgetting about the surprise guest.
I already know.
Gail Kim's going to come and destroy them
That's
all.
what I was going for.
All right,
That's
she's
what I'm
gonna
talking about.
decimate everybody. So
So out of all the divas that are on the roster, you're going
The
Gail
surprise
Kim?
one,
Surprise
Gail
re-entrant,
Kim.
Gail Kim, who's
Gail
still
Kim, yes.
currently over at TNA right now.
it's going to be a surprise. She's going to destroy them all. Gail
That is
Kim.
a surprise.
You
That was
also
good.
want to offer yourself to Gail Kim like Ryan just offered himself.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, we're back to you, Doug.
Double date, man.
No, I passed. Did you make a call? You said AJ?
I said AJ. Yeah, I'm going with AJ. Unless you want to pass over to Daryl.
Yeah, girl's perspective on the diva
Sure,
match.
I need more time.
Okay,
I haven't
more
decided.
time. More time. Go ahead there, Daryl.
It's going to be Daryl.
I haven't really watched, but the girl I like is AJ, so I'd like for her to retain.
AJ. All right. Well, now it's down to Doug. Who's it going to be?
Daryl. Daryl's going to take them all down. Right, Daryl? I thought it was going to be you. Take them all down. So, you're talented like that.
The pondering styles with Doug. Cousin Doug. Come on, man. We got dead air here.
I'm thinking. Don't rush me.
Gail Kim.
Shut up. Stupid. Even for you. No, I'm going to go with. I almost want to say.
Gail Kim.
I'm going to go with Naomi.
Naomi.
All
All right.
right.
There you go.
I could see them doing Brie, but I don't. I think it's too on the nose to put the titles on her and Brian. So
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
know.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Doug. Daryl gets to pick the next matchup. What's it going to be, Daryl? We have a few left. We got the Shield versus Kane and New Age Outlaws.
Can I say one thing real quick though?
One thing.
Like Naomi is like super athletic and she's coming along really nicely. You don't have to do the cheesy ass based offense with her. She can just do like regular moves. She doesn't need like butt moves, you know?
Yeah,
Seriously?
Yeah. I
I
agree.
agree. Well,
Okay.
the spinning, was it the new like top rope?
Got like the split leg
that's
moonsault.
pretty cool now, but I can understand like the rear end kind of like, you know.
I know like the big ass is her calling card,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
and that's cool. No, but I'm just saying like if they want her to be taken seriously, you don't do the ass based offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
If
that.
you don't care, then
I like Naomi's butt moves.
okay.
Cool. So, okay. So Daryl gets to pick next. What's it going to be?
I'm gonna say the Shield versus Kane versus New Age Outlaws.
Okay. So who are you going to go with on this one?
Oh, you didn't know?
I'm gonna go with Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Oh, we're taking a risk there. Okay. Let's go around the panel. Tyler, who are you going to pick on this one?
Oh, you didn't know? The Shield.
Which diva did you pick?
Do what?
Which diva did you pick?
Naomi. The Shield.
The Shield to win. All right. How about you, Noah?
I'm going to go with Shield.
Shield? Ryan?
Believe in the Shield.
Believe in the Shield. Lots of hands there. So, Doug, how about you?
Oh, we're gonna do it too. You're not gonna punk us out. Come on, Ben.
Big hand.
Yeah, I'm taking the Shield.
Shield? Ben, how about you?
Yeah, the Shield.
Shield? All right. Shield's all around. So there you go, with the exception of Daryl picking Kane and New Age Outlaws. So, risk taker. So, all right. So, let's see. Noah, do you want to pick the next matchup? We've got, technically by elimination, we've got Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, where the winner will enter the main event match of WrestleMania. So,
Don't let Tyler pick. He'll pick the other one.
Randy
first.
Orton versus Batista versus Vacancy. So, all right. So it's Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Winner goes into the main event at WrestleMania 30. So who are you gonna pick to win this?
I'll go with Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Yes. One yes. How about you, Ryan?
I'm going with DB all the way. Yes.
Yes. Tyler?
Daniel Bryan, man, right here.
That's my boy D-Bry.
One of my fave five.
Doug?
0% chance Brian doesn't win this match.
Okay.
0%.
Okay. Ben?
Yeah, Daniel Bryan, but there's part of me that would like to see Triple H win just to see the fans' face.
Get out!
Nice.
We thought you were cool.
I'm going to pick Daniel Bryan as well. How about you, Daryl? Daniel Bryan? Yes? Okay. Good stuff. So that's going to put Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania 30, going up against Batista and Randy Orton. So who is going to walk away champion at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans this Sunday? Tyler, we'll start with you.
Yes, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Daniel
Oh,
Bryan.
that's Daniel Bryan.
Noah?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah? You think Randy Orton's going to pull it off?
Yeah, Randy Orton's totally gonna pull it off, and then Gail Kim's gonna come and destroy everybody.
Fantasy world. Okay. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan? Doug?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan? I picked Daniel Bryan as well. Daryl? Daniel Bryan? Yes? All right. So there you go. So
Hey,
Daniel Bryan.
No, it needs to do this. Do this. Just
Do it.
It's Randy Orton's thing.
That's the Kofi Kingston thing. For that, you get the camera. You get the camera. So there you go. Those are our predictions for WrestleMania. Leave your comments for what you think is going to happen to WrestleMania. But now it's time. Here, let me see the camera real quick because we're going to have to take a little pause while we do the jingle. It's time for the favorite segment.
And now, Total Divas with Doug and Tyler. Mostly Doug.
No wonder people call you fat on Twitter.
Shut up! I have to say, I feel like a real diva.
You are a grown-ass woman.
Hey, what's up? We're back, bitches. Yeah.
This time, everybody watched. Well, except for Noah, and it was me. Well, he watched it too, but we weren't together. But he watched it.
We was holding hands while watching.
Yeah. Ben.
So cute.
Sorry, Daryl.
Ben, Doug, Daniel, the guy
Made
who's holding the camera.
Daniel had to watch it.
Yeah.
I was stuck in the room.
Okay, so how did the episode start?
Well, I think like before we get into storylines, I think they've abandoned like all. This is like a fake reality show, and they've gone full on. This is just a show. Because I mean, do you get that?
Yeah.
Be behind me. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How about that?
Stop.
But go on.
Yeah, go.
How did it start? They were coming off the bus thing.
Basically,
No, they're
all
still on the bus,
well,
or they're at the end of the tour with the bus.
Yeah, the last couple of days when they toured.
But I was trying to remember how
freaking me out, man.
did it
Get that
start?
at Tyler. Basically, all the rules of the bus started getting broken.
Yeah.
And people are getting pissed off about it.
Oh yeah.
Basically, like, yeah.
Natalia shit on the bus.
She wiped their ass with icy hot.
Icy hot in her ass, whatever. And
Yeah.
they were saying something about burnt cookie. Was it a burnt cookie?
Yeah. Her,
Is that what we were saying?
Yeah. Her cookie
Is that
was burnt.
yeah?
Not
Icy
the
hot
back,
on-
but the front.
Yeah. I was like, who said
Yeah.
that on there?
So you gotta.
Naomi said the burnt cookies. She always say,
Yeah.
cookies.
No, it wasn't start out because was it John, not John Cena, but Uso is like horny and try to get what's her? Yeah,
Naomi, Trinity.
Trinity. They had a spot in the arena, like, come on over here in this dark space. And she's like, can't do it right here.
There was just like a bunch of like those, what are those boxes that you haul like shit
Yeah.
in with some curtains around it, and he was like,
Apparently,
"Yo,
they
hey."
got nicknames. The horny Usos. Is that what they said?
Where'd you get that?
They said that in the episode.
But they just kept calling them horny because they kept trying to have sex.
Yeah, but he said that it was the horny Usos.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll rewatch it. But he said that. And I feel like there's something else I'm missing at the beginning.
They just basically recap, I think, in the beginning of what happened like last week's show, and John Cena, or was it John Cena? Yeah, when they had like thought she was gonna be a proposal to when they went to the beach, whatever kind of deal, and they worked off of that, I believe.
I don't know.
It's been like a
Ben,
couple
if you want to
days.
join in the conversation, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to step away from the mic so you can. No? Okay. Ryan, if you want to step here, you're more than welcome.
Okay, I'll step over.
Okay. We'll take over the show.
Switching up.
Crap. I'm trying to remember. I know they went over like the rules getting broken because John and Naomi they had sex on the bus or whatever, and
They tried to have sex.
They tried to have sex.
yeah.
Tried to have sex.
That's understandable. They're newlywed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like he protested. He said that the rule specifically stated no erections on the bus.
No erections
And
on
he
the
said
bus.
Then he claimed to not have a erection, which made Naomi be like, "What the fuck, you?" And so that was a thing.
Oh, they had the stuff with Summer Rae and Natalia.
And with Brie Bella.
Oh, and Brie Bella, yeah.
Put them to the side, and I guess said, well, I know you don't hear much about rumors, but about me, I'm kind of worried. I would listen to you more. Than
What's so funny is when she went to when Nikki went to go talk to her about she rubbed on it. She's like, oh, I didn't flirt with him, and you saw
like her, put her hands all on him, massage his muscles.
Because Daniel Bryan, who was it? Brie, and
Nikki. When it came to sit down at the table.
No. When they were watching them argue, Eva Marie, yeah. So that was pretty funny. What else happened? I'm gonna say that I feel like there's something else that happened.
Well, basically, like Brie was like they're trying to fuck. Brian was like basically like, this was your idea, so you fix it. So she had.
They got all the people like that were arguing the past few episodes to sit down and try to work it out, and that happened except for like one. Eva wouldn't forgive
Ariane.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So basically, the bus isn't happening anymore because Brian's pissed because he's like, I'm not paying for you assholes to be a bunch of assholes on my bus, and.
Right on John Cena's bus, you can shit and have sex on his bus and be annoying. That's the third rule.
Yeah, they kind of set the Brian and Summer Rae stuff up weird. Like Brian was like, "Oh yeah, it was totally weird. She just came talking to me, like whatever." And like I like how Brie and Nikki were like, "That's not cool." And he's like, "I know." Like, and so they just like. Then they like, this is how it's like not a fake reality show anymore. This is all, it's just a real show. They like cut back, you knock the microphone down, then they cut back like to the flashback of them, like her doing it. So I don't know. So they go to confront Summer Rae and they're all like, yeah, we got to watch this shit. And like, she basically like called her a slut. And I mean, that was pretty much it. She was just being like,
yeah, and then I think Nikki forgave Summer Rae or whatever, or just kind of squashed it. But Brie,
they kind of squashed it. And then,
but Natalia didn't. She still.
I really don't know why. Like Natalia's really mad at her. I mean, I understand she's flirting with
because
everybody.
Because she's the blonde and she doesn't want
new
blonde.
Yeah, and she just kind of hating on it. And that's kind of.
And who called her a bird? Who called Summer Rae a bird?
You.
Birdlaw? No. Someone in the show that said birdlaw.
I thought that was y'all's thing.
No, because was it Nikki or Brie? One of them called her a bird. Because I called her a bird first, and then they're like, they called her a bird. I was like, yeah, I knew she was a bird.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Then, of course, we got the slap.
Yeah.
That was funny, though. I went to her house to talk shit to her. And then
before that, they had Fandango talking to Natalia.
Yeah, that's right.
Totally in character. Again, this like they're not like... they're not fucking around anymore. They're like, this is just a show. This is not a fake reality show. It was like totally a gimmick. Like
he's like rubbing himself.
Yeah. Well, they make a big deal about like the girls being like slutty and like with the guys or whatever, but Fandango's doing like the thing like around the girls all the time.
What didn't he say? He didn't want her to bring him down.
Well, they're like a package deal.
Yeah. So
we're a team.
Yeah.
That bird got pissed.
Yeah.
Went to Natalia's house and slapped the shit out of her.
Better slap the Stephanie slapping Batista or Summer Rae slapping.
Summer Rae slapping.
Summer Rae.
I kind of thought Stephanie's slap was better.
Well, it made her nose bleed. Or I guess they show it next week's episode.
Where,
her nose is all fucked off and she can't. I think they little interviews like take it easier on the face there, because problems.
Yeah. Well, I like how they're like, what were you doing last night off of that? Because their nose was bleeding. Yeah. But I don't know.
You got knocked the fuck out. No.
I don't know. Yeah, what else did they tease? Like they tease like John cheating on
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Man, that'd be a perfect way to turn him heel. Like it's through this show. Like, like showing how his real life is like, oh, he's just really an asshole,
Zero chance. Yeah. Zero chance. This is gonna be like this whole next episode is gonna be about like them like playing it up like John's cheating on him, and what's going to be happening is they're going to like get to the point where they're going to go and like confront him and catch him in the act, he's gonna do like a Make-A-Wish or something like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing, huh?
They always catch him in that like daddy scene and things where he has to like set her down like she's his child or something, and he's like has to explain it to her. I don't know. Yeah, this week's episode was kind of like weird. Like everything kind of
Yeah.
they're not like segmenting off the angles with the different people anymore. They're
It's
just
been
kinda,
like that this whole
blended
season. Yeah.
together.
No Vinny.
And yeah, no Vinny.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, man.
Come on, bring the Vinny back. The Vinny.
But he said something. He said he'll be back later in the season.
Good.
But,
Beast mode. 9/11.
yeah. But I don't know. It was a weird
911.
episode. It was just kind of like one of those setting Summer Rae up to be a heel, and like
Yeah.
she's basically the new Eva Marie. Like they've kind of Eva Marie is just kind of transitioned into one of the girls on the roster.
Yeah.
Like she was the Summer Rae of last season. And everyone hated her and like all read everything.
Did you notice that Eva Marie got her own action figure? But like
they
that's
did do
not in
all that.
store. That's not in the stores.
I haven't seen it.
It probably is like a.
Oh, here's one. Here's only one.
Well, Summer Rae had the great lines about like on Natalia. They were talking about Natalia's action figure, and she's like, "That's a really good picture of you. It must have been from like 6 years ago, or they did a really good airbrushing or whatever you call it."
The figure looks better.
Yeah, Photoshop. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, I don't know. It was not a great week for Total Divas, but it was all right. It's still a fun watch.
Yeah, it's still fun to watch. And
That guy.
get Ben's opinion on it because this is like your first. Sorry, I'm bringing you in here. I know, but this is your first full episode to watch. If I'm correct.
Yeah, I mean, it's my first episode. I mean, in the UK, the only way we get it is if we download it illegally online.
Which you don't do, so we can understand.
No, I don't do it. I tend to watch the odd clip on YouTube. But what I was surprised about is, because I've not really watched one in full, is, I mean, it had a lot of sexual undertones. I mean, for the audience that they now play to, it just surprised me a bit that they're obviously going for a different audience, an older audience, but it did surprise me.
Yeah. All the sex going on the bus.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, with the way they are on their TV and how strict they are. I know
John has to get that cookie.
Since Linda's political career went down the toilet, but you know, it just surprised me that they've gone down that route.
Yeah, and you know, I was in the room when the show was going, so I was watching it, I guess. One of the things that bugged me about the show is that, you know, it's supposed to be like this real slap that actually happened. But if it was so spontaneous and all that, you know, why is the camera inside Natalia's house? Why are there two angles? And, you know, it's just something that just drives me nuts.
No, we just said that's like they've done away with, like, this is not even a fake reality show anymore.
It's just them playing out.
Yeah, I think they've last season they tried to make it like everyone knows reality shows are bullshit. They still have the character on the show, but they tried to make it like in that vein of show.
Very soap opera.
This season they've changed the format. Even they don't like structure the stories the same way, and they don't even, I think, pretend to be like a reality show anymore. Maybe they'll say that, but they don't like
Evolving.
Yeah, it's not practice.
Dangerous.
It's not in practice like a reality show anymore.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I switched mics to defend it. What's up?
Okay, hey, that's fine. So, anything else to add from Total Divas for this week?
Not really.
No.
Ben, will you do the sign off with us? It would warm our hearts.
Yeah.
We're gonna say "girl bye" on 3.
Okay.
Because that's our sign off segment. Step up in here so I can hear you. Girl bye.
So there you go. That's another episode
Thanks, Ben.
of Total Divas down the drain. So do have some hot topic news for you guys. We got to do courtesy of WWE. They were kind enough to send us the WWE Sounds of the WWE, the music DVD that recently came out. We all got to check that out. Really cool stuff. It was top, I think it was 25 countdown.
Yeah.
We all got to watch it, and we won't give any spoilers as far as who was where, but
I will.
Okay. No. So, well, what did you guys think about the DVD?
Dusty was too low.
Dusty was too low. We know you're a fan. Ben, how about you? You want to kick things off for it?
Yeah, I liked how they put the Jim Johnson and how he talked about how he created all the different themes. He didn't just say how he created the ones that you hear now. He told you how he created, the original versions and how he got to where he got with some of them today. So it's quite interesting to hear his perspective. You don't often get to hear from guys like that.
Yeah.
You know of them, but you never get to see them on the DVDs.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
For being a person like myself working in the music industry, it's really cool to see, the man, himself doing the work. I kind of would have liked to see a little bit more, like sort of a daily routine that he goes through of, okay, we've got this new guy coming up, just sort of the birthing process of getting a theme music together, and him throwing around a couple things, but like, well, I could do this, but I could do this and add this, and they did touch on that in the special features for the Gold Dust theme. Where it was like, if I wanted to, I could bring this down a little bit, but I kind of wanted to see like the imagination in progress. Him starting from scratch of saying, okay, we got this new guy. Here's some of his qualities. Let's knock this out. But I liked the countdown. I really liked hearing Jim talk about it. I'm glad they gave credit to Jimmy Hart as well. I enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the WWE music, it's a good buy. If you're a DVD collector for it as well. What about you guys?
I agree with you. And also, I like how he'll create it, and then I don't know how. Did he say how he gave the process of like they get certain artists to come in too, because he'll play the music, and what was it that they which rapper did he say? There was one that he had a rapper he wrote lyrics for.
And Lil Kim for Trish. Talking about the holes in the floor and all that.
Yeah. It was just a cool process to see how, I did this way, he'll play on the piano or do the guitar and stuff, and I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah. How about you, Doug? What did you think about the DVD?
Well, I would have liked to have seen like you touched on more in depth with him himself. And to be honest, like I found the countdown, quote unquote, the song selection to be kind of BS. I mean, I don't know. I just don't buy that they thought those were like the top. Were they proposing them to be like the top 25 themes?
That's what I'm curious. Was it?
They didn't really. They just started a countdown, and I didn't really get a good sense of what the countdown was supposed to be.
Right.
Was it like this is our top 25? Because I mean, like, I'm sorry, but like when you have like Fandango in your top, not there's anything wrong with that song or anything, but I know it was like huge in the UK, like off the chart, like number one on the charts or whatever. But even then, I find it hard to believe like a lot of these songs were.
Like, I'm curious if it was fan voted or
because
how
they
it
didn't
was put
say,
together.
did they?
If they did, it was right at the beginning, and I didn't happen to catch it. But
I just found like the focus to be like so. It skewed like really recently. Second time I knocked the mic off. I mean, it skewed like too recently. I think. I mean, I don't know. It just felt weird.
And you
maybe I'm mistaken in that a lot of the themes I thought he had done, maybe he didn't do.
Right.
But I just felt like there was like a lot of stuff missing.
And there were some where it was like, okay, they did this theme for this person, but they didn't do this theme. Like they're like for Mankind, they did his old theme, but they didn't do the Wreck, the more popular da-na-da, which I figure that would probably have been more popular, but they're trying to tell the story of the theme, where it came from and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that's Jim's personal collection, like that's his top 25,
right,
or if it was fan voted, or
I could buy that if he said these are my personal favorite 25 that I put together.
Yeah,
but I don't buy.
But they also added the Jimmy Hart themes as well.
Yeah, but I don't buy that like any objective. And I guess it's like a slippery slope. Like I'm saying, I don't buy that anyone objectively put these 25 together because it's all the work anyway. But I'm just so it's kind of bullshit for me to even make a point of that. But I mean, it's just kind of like with any other DVDs. But it just like I thought there could be more variety in terms of like time period, like of the pieces. It seemed like they skewed like really late. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know. And maybe I'm just mistaken, and maybe he didn't.
They forgot the oddities.
I know that's a hole in your heart.
I know, but at least I got the Brood, so that's good.
Yeah, Brood was on there. Really cool stuff. So So yeah, I mean, like
How
I
long
said,
has he been with the company?
ooh, a long time.
A long time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he was there. Was he there in the 80s?
I would think so. Somewhere around there, late
I know
late 80s, early 90s for sure.
I know he was there in the 90s because I used to buy all the CDs, and he was the guy for all that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess my big beef was I didn't like gel with like the countdown itself, and I
Okay.
thought they could have gone more in depth with him like doing stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anything to really
And Dusty was too low.
personal preference? Okay. Anything else to add from it, Ben?
Yeah, just picking up on Doug. I think maybe what would have worked better if it wasn't a countdown, maybe just a music
Just to focus on.
DVD, looking at the music.
Mm-hmm.
Then that way there's no argument about who should come higher.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of countdowns anyway because everyone's got their own opinion.
Right.
Said it's always hard to pick the top 5. So yeah, it probably would have worked better as a music for the WWE DVD, but it was a nice first edition,
Mm-hmm.
Dipping into that area of the whole music.
Yeah.
I like Doug's idea. Or it would be cool if that was his, favorites. Like he picked his favorites. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know if that was, but that would be pretty cool.
They could.
We
they
don't
could
know.
always,
We don't know, but that would be
They could
pretty
always
cool.
do
yeah.
a CD compilation, the greatest hits from Jim Johnson, personally selected by Jim Johnson.
At least in the special features, Billy Gunn got put in there, Mr. Ass
Yeah.
Man.
Karaoke sing along. So so really good stuff. We certainly do appreciate the WWE sending that for us to check out and give our thoughts on that. So there you go. Moving on into our Top Rope Tuesday Clutch City Productions prize pack. We have the participants selected, but I forgot to pick a winner. So I can either run and do that real quick while y'all enter.
Do it live.
Do it live. Okay. Well, I'd
shoot
have to run to my office and
We'll
and
shoot
do
this
it.
shit.
Okay, we'll shoot the shit.
Okay.
Go ahead. Run.
All right.
Run,
Yeah.
run. Okay, step up. Someone step up. Come on, Ben. So what do you think of the podcast so far?
Yeah, I mean, I love watching you
Dude,
guys
pull them
do it
up-
'cause
pull them
you've
up.
got- You've all got your own chemistry. I'm just feel like I'm imposing, but
No, dude.
No.
It's awesome that you're here. We want you here.
yeah, it's not. It's good to see how it's set up. That's one of the big things I wanted to come over and see how you guys.
How
run the
professional
show.
we are. Yeah.
Yeah, you are professional. You are professional.
You're damn right we are.
Now we are professionally elegant because you are here.
Why do you think I'm elegant?
I don't know. I just want to say that.
You do sound smooth.
Yeah.
What do you think of Texas?
Shithole.
No, everything's bigger. I mean, that's what Texas is known for. Everything is bigger. The roads, the houses, the food. I know I picked up on this yesterday. I said how much you love your food. I mean, you must think I'm like a bird. I just peck at things. I don't eat huge amounts. But yeah, it's bigger.
Yeah.
I like it.
You got fired.
That's
Ben
cool.
runs the show.
Yeah. Ben's running the show now.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah. What were y'all talking about?
Everything's
Talking about Texas, the food.
everything's
Oh, yeah.
bigger in Texas.
Have fun at the fair.
Yeah, the fair was good.
Crazy Mouse.
Yeah.
Crazy
Taking
mouse.
pictures.
Yeah.
They fair.
Yeah.
So anyways, the winner for the Top Rope Tuesday Clutch City Productions podcast prize pack is Occam City.
All
So
right.
yeah, so congratulations. Very happy. You're gonna be getting the prize pack. We'll be getting in contact with you sometime in the very near future. We'll get your address and all that. So do we have a challenge for this week? I mean, Doug, I believe it's your week. Or would you like to try and pass it off to Ben, make him do something?
This could be on
I want
top
to pass
of
it off to Ben.
Oh!
Sorry, it's the top of the dome thing, I guess.
You could just make them come on either the Facebook or the Twitter or the YouTube, wherever they normally reach the show at, and just tell them to come up with a phrase or something, or you come up with a phrase and just let them get that to us however they get us.
Okay. Well, why don't you all come on to the WNS podcast page and describe my voice? Am I elegant? One word to describe my voice. How would you describe?
Very
my
cool.
voice?
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Very good stuff. So thank you for that, Ben. You can stay up here if you want to. You're more than welcome. But that's your Top Rope Tuesday Clutch City Productions prize pack challenge. So describe Ben's voice in one word.
So we're opening it up in general now. If you hit us on
Yeah.
YouTube or hit us on Facebook or hit us on Twitter or whatever you do, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That's how we did last week.
Yes,
right?
that's what we did last
Right.
week.
So because we were come to the Facebook page, but people are like, I don't do Facebook or whatever. So just
Right.
wherever you find us.
Well, let's do it this way. If you're gonna use Twitter, we need to have some sort of handle, I guess, for it. You can use like, I guess, a hashtag.
Well, tweet at WNS Podcast.
Okay, you can do that too. All right. Hey.
I'm just saying. I mean, that makes. Do we need to be more specific?
Oh, I mean, because someone might just comment on something that we tweet out.
Okay, we'll go then.
And you could say like
hashtag Ben's voice.
Hashtag Ben's voice.
Okay.
And there you go. So you tag you send the tweet to us using hashtag Ben's voice and then one word to describe Ben's voice.
Use hashtag Ben's voice even if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Well, they do hashtags on Facebook now, so
that's true.
So yeah, just use hashtag Ben's voice no matter where, and let us know.
There you go. So with that being said, it's time to go into the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. First question coming to us from Thomas. Drop it low, son.
Drop it low, son. Drop it low, son.
Do we want to get Ben in on that?
Yeah.
Come on, Ben.
Give him a drop it.
This is Thomas. We got all our guests to do it.
Thomas got a special question for you and everything.
He does. We'll get to that shortly. But you gotta drop it low, son. No. Heel turn. Nah. But Thomas says, hey guys, I was thinking how similar to award shows, often focusing on people's clothes. I always enjoy the awesome entrances we get to see at WrestleMania, from the little ring carts from WrestleMania to Undertaker's awesome entrance last year. Mania entrances can often be the most memorable part of the showcase of the Immortals, so I thought I'd ask, what are your favorite WrestleMania entrances? Also, if you could design your own dream wrestling entrance, what would it be? Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic time, and I hope to one day meet you all in person in what would be an epic montage moment. So, favorite entrances.
Hey, I want to meet you too, bro.
Yeah, heck yeah. Come to the States and you can come chill with us. It'll be good times. So, Tyler, we'll kick things off with you. Favorite WrestleMania entrance?
Favorite
WrestleMania entrance?
Shit. I don't know if I have a favorite. I have favorites. When Shawn Michaels did zip line to the ring, that was pretty cool. No. I like the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels where Shawn Michaels was going up in the air. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was really good.
And I know this is gonna sound cheesy or whatever. I know he's done it a few times or whatever, and people are saying that's stupid. But I did like the blow up awesome thing for Miz or whatever when he walked out.
Yeah. That was really good. Okay, Ryan.
There are quite a few, but I got to go back to WrestleMania 3 when like the whole cart going to the ring. That was pretty cool. You know, it was kind of like it was on top of everybody. You see people throwing paper and drinks at everybody. I think Bobby the Brain Heenan got like pale with water on his face. He still just kept in character. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Doug, how about you?
I'm gonna say the carts too. I think they're like the most like memorable like thing because they didn't do that like that's like they don't do that like all the time. I mean, like,
right?
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm gonna take the carts as well.
Carts. How about you, Ben?
Is it Mania entrances?
Mania entrances, yes.
What about Austin when the glass broke?
That was a good one.
That was good. Yeah.
Around about no, or was it later?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 13, wasn't it?
Yes.
It just worked. It was simple.
Yeah, and it played to his music. Really good stuff. Noah, do you have one, or did Tyler feed you one just now?
Well, all right. I'm going to tell you what Tyler fed me, and then I'll tell you.
Okay.
All right. When Gail Kim came out.
When who?
When Gail Kim came out.
Gail Kim came out.
No, but I don't know.
WrestleMania
Undertakers are, like, I can't even pick one. Like, all of Undertakers are pretty memorable.
Yeah.
So.
Kevin Nash.
I don't think I can't recall any Kevin Nash ones.
It was cool when
But
Undertaker
has some
ring.
good ones.
Yeah.
He has a lot of good ones.
For the longest time, WrestleMania 23 Undertaker entrance was just so badass when he faced Batista. You know, the entrance split open and they just had that white light coming through and you just see a silhouette. Like, that was just so badass. And until last year, WrestleMania 29, you know, with the hands reaching up to grab him, you just see the silhouette through the fog. I mean, my God, it's just so badass.
You know you like the one with American Badass when Limp Bizkit was there?
I actually had no problem with that. Yeah, because, you know, he was doing the motorcycle gimmick, so, it worked. But I actually had no real issue with that. The only difference was that he was still being called the Undertaker, but it was very strange. But yeah, a lot of good entrances. The PS, now that you have a British guy on the show, I felt I needed to resort to the classic character in wrestling, the foreign heel. So a special mini question to Ben: what do you think it is about being British that makes us so gosh darn superior to everyone else?
USA!
What makes us superior? I hate that because I love the USA, but if I'm playing the heel, then I don't know. I guess
We gave you the cheap beat.
Yeah.
superior. I guess I don't know because I don't think as
That's because nothing's better than America.
America!
Yeah!
I guess the fact that we're quite reserved. We've got to stiff up.
America!
We've got to stiff up a lip and all that, and
USA!
we don't shout and we don't chant, that kind of thing. But no, I don't.
Y'all don't shout yet. I've seen a couple football matches where there's quite a
it's
lot of
just me,
shouting
I'm
going
just
on.
a quiet-
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
But can I just say about Noah and Gail Kim? I have
Get over it. No.
I had an email 2 years ago, and I might still have it if you want it. She.
Make him pay.
That sounds good.
Make him pay. Yes.
Yeah, no, we did some work. Well, I did some work, some promotional work a couple of years ago for her. Yeah, so if you want it her email, then you're welcome.
You gonna email her? If he gives you that, would you email her?
I'm not gonna trade nudes with you.
So there you go. Next question coming to us from Jonathan Red Robin. Saying, "Hey guys, I asked this question on one of your first shows, so I'll ask it again now that time has passed. Do you think that the WWE has recovered its image from the Chris Benoit incident? Thanks, guys. Have a great show and a great trip to Mania. Hate that I'm not able to go. I'm sad that you're not able to go too. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, man. We could have hung out.
Yep. So as far as Chris Benoit, has WWE recovered since then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they had wrestlers, died after him. Not as dramatic as Chris Benoit but I think they got their crowd back. I don't think they really lost it that much, but I think they went the PG route. Showing we're not
implemented the drug testing and the safety precautions.
We're not who we used to be now. We're a little bit better
if you get
structured.
A concussion, you're out for a month or however long you need to be.
The people are always going to bitch. They're never going to be able to do the right thing in that situation because if they cut all ties with Benoit, fans are going to bitch to not erase him from history. And if they show him, people are going to be critical of that because
you're supporting a murderer,
right? So they literally can't do the right thing because the audience will split on this decision. But I don't think that it's like associated with them to the level that it was then. I think I think it's in their past. I think they've been able to move on from it.
If you want to watch some of the product that he is in, you can.
Right.
But they're not going to promote it or anything.
And frankly, I don't think that's a problem. I think I can definitely see the side of we can't be associated with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think it's a problem. I think it's just ridiculous to assume that, to have a problem with them having to take a stance like that.
Yeah.
But they can't do the right thing. People are going to bitch either way.
Because there's shows went on there where besides, or even though he's on the card, there's other matches that you probably want to see besides Benoit. It's like, why I have to suffer for what Chris Benoit did. I want to see a great match that he's happened to be on part of this card, this pay-per-view or whatever, you know? So.
How about you, Ben? Thoughts on Benoit? Has the WWE recovered their image?
Yeah, I think they've come a long way, like with the implementation of the drug testing and chair shots, like we've said, and like you said, Danny, they're not going to promote him. They're never going to promote him. He's not going to go in the Hall of Fame. People that think that, you're crazy. At the end of the day, he murdered his family and he took his own life. And it's sad that he did that, but he took his family. You can't stand up there and induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Right. It's just his career.
Yeah, he had a wonderful career, and he would have probably been one of the best Hall of Famers they ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But he ruined that, and there's no going back. Sometimes people just have to face the realities, of what happened.
Very well said. Yeah. Excellent. So, Robin also says, "P.S. Ben, I hope you enjoy your time hanging out with the guys. P.P.S. Doug, I hope you enjoy Winter Soldier. I will be seeing it Thursday night."
For show.
So, no, what are your
I'll be
thoughts?
seeing it Thursday night also.
All right.
All right. He's
There
going to
you
watch
go.
the trailer tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna watch. He's gonna get all the spoilers as soon as he can.
Noah's trying to go spoiler free for this, but
Yeah.
we're gonna dupe him into it.
And,
Before we leave.
and since he's here, we can go ahead and tell him.
We have enough
that.
people to hold him down and peel his eyes, but
We'll just go ahead and tell him everything that's gonna happen. Noah, did you know? Did you hear about who's gonna be there?
I've already read the comic book. Sorry.
Okay, well, whatever. You're no fun. Next question coming to us from Leland. I hope I said that right. On YouTube, saying, "My first time listening. Great show. First off, thank you for that. Do you think that Seth Rollins can be the next CM Punk?" Oh,
I mean, define that. I mean, what does that mean?
yeah. I mean, that's kind of open ended, but I mean, can it be as popular as CM Punk? Absolutely. Can he be as good on the mic as CM Punk? Probably not. But, he's a very, very gifted athlete. He's going to be very popular with the fans. He's popular with us with his, come on, So, yeah, but thank you very much for listening, and thank you for the question. Final question coming to us tonight from 8 Luke S. saying that Facebook status was an April Fool's Day joke, right? Right? Holy shit, my heart can't take this. Don't do this to me. So, Doug, would you like to address that, or...
No, y'all fuck off. We're done.
Until the next week's show.
No, it was April Fool's. It was April Fool's.
Been a good ride.
April Fools. So yeah, there you go. We're not
I must have
shutting
missed
down.
it. What was the April Fool's?
We posted, or Doug posted on the page that we've been talking for a while, and we think it's time for us to end the show. We have to we have to keep our friendship. That's the most important thing, and we've been having struggles deciding where to take the show. So we figured it's best to go ahead and call it quits, and then we've had a good run. So
It's a good run, guys.
Thank y'all for having me on the show, guys. I really appreciate it and all.
For the final show, we have so many people here.
Yeah.
Why not have a good send off? But no, it's for April Fool's, so don't worry. We will be back next week.
When we really do hang it up, though, we'll have cried wolf, so we can just walk into the sunset without saying anything.
Yeah,
just like Taker
Jericho.
should do. Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. Just be like, we're out of here. So there you go. Thanks for all the questions. Make sure to submit your questions by going to our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, also our YouTube page, WNS Video. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, WNS Podcast on Facebook, Wrestling News Source Podcast on iTunes.
Hey guys, you guys need to go and support.
We're going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're doing that. But listen, the reason you guys are getting these prize packs is because Top Rope Tuesday and because Clutch City Productions are making this available to you. They're putting out of their pocket. They're giving you guys this stuff. So you need to go and support them if you want to keep getting these contests and these giveaways from them. Go like their stuff, follow their stuff.
Absolutely.
Because that's all through them. We just asked if they would like to participate, and they were into it. So
yes.
So yeah, and I want to say thanks for to Ryan and Noah and Daryl for everybody coming in and.
Okay.
Do you think I forgot about Ben?
I'm just saying.
I was gonna do extra special about Ben, but forget
okay?
it. Never mind. But yeah, it's been really cool having Ben in. Ben's awesome. He's good people's, and it was a real pleasure to have him on the show. And thanks for coming in, Ben.
Be back here next week for our WrestleMania results show. Heck yeah, you are. You're not going home yet.
This was scary enough. I've already thanked you guys, but I just want to thank you again. There's a reason why I don't come on radio, because I haven't got the voice for it. I haven't got the memory for it, let alone the voice. But you guys are awesome, and thank you.
Thanks for coming on. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks everyone for taking the time out of your day to come on to the show and checking us out and everything, and
We're the Shield.
Fists and great stuff. Tyler.
Hi. If you want to follow us.
Let Ryan and Ben plug their Twitters first.
Oh, yeah. Plug your Twitter.
No, you want to plug your Twitter?
I did look at it. It is King Scorpio 11 I want to say at yahoo.com, but that's my Twitter. That's not my.
Noah's at our fake Noah accounts at MF Butthole.
Yeah, MF Butthole for Noah.
It's real. It's real.
Look at
Noah.
his face. He's just like, you guys know.
Also follow him on Facebook. Search Noah Perryman on Facebook. Tell him, tell him that he's awesome.
Noah Perryman.
And we love him.
And if you want to,
No, Ben.
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I don't check my Facebook. I mean, we got the main one.
Instagram and all that.
Source, but I'd rather you add me on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/ben.j.karen, which is KERIN.
There you go. So good stuff.
Beyond Pod, Stitcher, and Player.fm. Search Wrestling News Source Podcast. You're up in my eye.
All up in the eye.
Go follow the main site at WN Source. Follow the podcast at WNS Podcast. Follow Daniel at WNS_Daniel. Follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. And wish us luck. We're
They're
gone.
going to knowledge.
Knowledge, baby.
Yeah, we might die.
Might.
There's a possibility.
It's possible. You never know. It is Bourbon Street, so
Watch out for Papa Shango, man.
Yes. So for the podcast crew,
boogeyman.
I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Tyler Avery. I can't fucking talk.
I'm Doug.
Ryan.
Ben.
And Noah.
So not cool.
And we'll catch you all next week.